Folks, welcome back to the channel. Ordered some bits and they've all come from Cotswold Coy. So I've got some pipework laid out on the table now. Bakki Shower box. We're going to do some drilling, get the pipes installed, get the bulkheads installed, and see how we go. Just quickly, I don't know if you guys have ordered any bulkheads from Cottony Coy, but they don't come with any rubber seals on. And apparently they seal without them, so it'll be interesting to see. I have found a couple of spare seals in the box of pipework I had. So if it doesn't seal, I can always add one of them and see how we get on. But yeah, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to make myself a brew. I'm going to have to do this job in the house because the weather's a bit crappy outside, and the wife's not here, so I can do what I like. So I'll make myself a brew and I'll come back to you in a bit and show you what we're doing. See you in a bit. There you have it, Mr. Beza, brew in hand, ready to do a bit of work. I'm going to quickly show you the boxes that I bought. They're just the WAM storage boxes from eBay. They're really good quality, to be fair, really strong. Yeah, they're really strong. Obviously you have to drill the holes out in the lid, so they need to be strong enough to carry the weight of the alpha grog and the water on top. So I'll quickly show you what I've done. This is going to be the top box. As you can see, I've drilled through the bottom, plenty of holes there. And some holes around the edge so we haven't got any stagnant water. And then the lid, which clips in on top. Again, a little bit snapped off there, but yeah, that's it, and it's absolutely solid. And that'll sit on top of the other one, which is here. All I need on that one is an outlet to go back into the moving bed or into the blade. I've also had come today the plastic grids. Black plastic grids. These will go in the bottom of the Bakki Shower, just to create a little bit of a gap underneath so we don't have any stuff blocking up the outlets. They'll be handy for the moving bed as well. So yeah, got the bits to get going. I probably won't be able to finish it all today, but alpha grog outside, you can see there's 2 bags there ready to go in. I'm thinking 2 bags will be enough for this. The top box is not going to be a full bag, I don't think, once I've put in the jet matting and what have you. So yeah, so I'll get cracking. I'll get some holes drilled. I'll show you what we're doing, and hopefully it'll turn out right and do the job. Fingers crossed, eh? First things first, obviously, I'm just going to drill a pilot hole through there, just to start off the first inlet into the shower. I'm going to position the bulkhead so that I've got enough room either side to be able to turn the nut on the inside, but yeah, I think that'll do the job. And then we'll have one on the other side, I think. I'm not sure whether I need a bulkhead the other side or whether it's just a hole for the pipe. Not really sure. I'll work that out in a bit. I have got a bulkhead head if I need one, but I'll work it out in a little while. As you can see, there's the pilot hole, and I'll fix the holes with the hole cutter there, and we'll go straight through. I'll show you back in a minute. Hello. There we have it. There's the hole cut on one side. And we'll do the same on the opposite side. There we have it, guys. That's the first bulkhead in. And as you can see, it's screwed in the other side. I don't think these ones are going to need to be that watertight, because it's only going to be for the spray bar, so the water is going to be concentrated going downwards in through the media. And then on this side, if I put another bulkhead in, I'm going to work out how I'm going to get the pipe working. Unless this box stretches, which it doesn't really, so it might be that I just cut a hole the other end just for the spray bar to sit in, but we'll look at it in a minute. Okay, so both bulkheads are in place now. The second bulkhead, I've just realised I will need this one in, but I'm going to need to cut the length of pipe in for the spray bar, push it into one side first, solvent mould it, and then before I tighten this one up, solvent weld it, put the bar in place, and then screw it in tight, and hopefully that'll be it, and it'll be in place for good. I'll get the piece of pipe cut now, get it all drilled out with some holes, and we'll get that in place and see how we are after. Obviously the outside of the box, I think I'm just going to have rubber connectors on these to a bit of pipe work, just so that I can move the shower if I need to. But the spray bar and everything will actually be welded into place, so it's going to be more of a permanent fixture. So that's where we're at right now. It's fairly simple stuff, to be honest with you. I have put the rubber washers on. I put them on the outside of the box here. Hopefully that'll do the trick. I will clean off the burr as well. Yeah, that's where we're at the moment. So see how we get on with the pipe, and we'll get back to you in a bit. So here's the spray bar. That's cut to size now. And I've just started drilling a few holes all the way down the edge of a little bit of sellotape, just to keep it in a straight line. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but if I can keep it in a straight line, that helps me. And yeah, I think in order to be able to put it all together, it needs to be done in one go. Because once you've glued in one side, if the bulkhead's in this side, you then can't get the pipe in, if you get me. So it has to be all put in one piece. So we'll get all the holes drilled, and I'm just a little bit worried that if I glue it in place, and then when I do come to try it out, if there's leaks anywhere, I can't exactly do anything with it and move it because it'll be welded. So I might just do a dry fit and see how we go first before actually welding it together. I think that would make sense, because at least then if I need to turn the pipe or put any extra holes in, I can do that. So I won't do any solvent welding now. I'll put it all together as dry fit until I can actually try it out. And then if I'm happy with it, then I'll solvent weld it, or I might not even need to solvent weld it. We'll see if there's any leaks anywhere. There we go, folks. Spray bar is all drilled out. It is literally on the bottom section of the pipe, so I don't want it going anywhere other than downwards. But there is a bit of an even spread, so I don't want it going into just one section of the alpha grog. I'll try and cover as much of it as I can with the water. So I'm not sure if this is going to be enough holes, or if they're big enough for the outlet to make the water run quick enough, but it's going to be trial and error. So we'll see how we go. We'll put it together, and when I can, I'll get a trial run, and if anything needs change, I can always take this pipe back out and redo the holes or add more or whatever I need to do. So yeah, there we are. There we go, folks. Spray bar is in place, as you can see, all the way through there. And as I said, I've not welded any of it. I'm going to leave it loose so that if I do need to move the spray bar or anything, I can twist it or re-drill it if I need to. So we won't solvent weld anything for the time being. Make sure we're happy. But that's it. Both tank connectors in both sides. Just a case of putting the outlet on the other box now, and cutting up the grates to fit down the bottom. In fact, I need to put the grate in the bottom of this first before I put the spray bar in, and that's why we don't weld anything, so we can change it. It doesn't leave us a lot of space for the alpha grog in here, so obviously I'm going to have a little bit of filter floss or something underneath before it hits the alpha grog, and then the main amount will be in the bottom box. So that's the update so far. Looks alright, doesn't it? So folks, we're almost there. As you can see, I've cut the grate for the bottom of the top deck, and there's one on the bottom deck. I've just got to put in the outlet for the bulkhead on this one, and that's pretty much it. There's not much else to do really. I've got to cap off the one end of this, make sure the water doesn't shoot through there. I've got a little rubber boot for that, and then it's just a bit of pipe work in the filter house. So it's pretty straightforward stuff. Obviously, just got to test it and make sure it's all watertight and make sure that it does the job. So yeah, I'll get the hole cut in this one, and then we'll go into the filter house and we'll do a little bit of pipe work and try and get this connected up to the pump. Folks, there we have it. That is the finished product. So that's the top section. Goes down into the bottom one. Inlet and the outlet. Got the grids in place, just need to tidy it up a little bit. Grids in place on that one. And hopefully that'll do the job. and save me a bit of money. As I say, these boxes are quite strong, so yeah, I'm happy with that so far. Just got to see if these bulkheads leak or not. If they don't, happy days, and we can crack on. So we're in the filter house now, just trying to put a bit of pipe work together. As you can see, I've got the rubber boots on. Came across a little problem. Those rubber boots, they fit onto the bulkhead perfectly, but in terms of the 40mm waste pipe, they're a little bit too big. So what I've done was, if you've got some of these waste pipe couplings, you just cut off that end section and slot it into the rubber boot, and your waste pipe will fit straight in there. You just got to solvent weld it. So just a little tip, take that off and use that as a sort of reducer, if you like, or enlarger, whatever you want to call it. And that's what I've done in both sections, so I can literally just put the waste pipe straight through and it's a nice tight fit. So that's the outlet there. Somehow we're going to jig that through so it goes into the blade, just here. It's only about an inch higher than the actual blade, but it's still going to be running downwards and into the blade. I'm hoping the water flow is going to be enough to run the blade the way I had it before. It's the same pump, but obviously the water's got a little bit further to travel, and by the time it actually comes through all the media, I'm hoping the flow is going to be strong enough to run this blade the way I had it before. Let's say the pipe's, the inlet at the top, that's ready for a pipe. I'm going to put one across there, across the top, and then run it down to the inlet, and hopefully we should be good to go. At the moment I haven't got anywhere to run the water off. If I test it, it's going to just run out onto the floor because I haven't got it connected up to the blade yet, and obviously the pond's covered, so I may have to find a way of connecting it to the blade just to try it out and see how we go. Certainly until the moving bed's done, because I'll probably run it into the moving bed for the time being up until things start warming up and we can start taking the covers off the pond. But that's where we're at the moment. It looks quite neat. Got the top bit blanked off, and as I say, if I do need to do any filter changes or anything like that, I can just quickly undo the coupling, take the top box off and change it, but hopefully I won't have to do that very often. So yeah, it's getting there, slow progress, but we are getting there. Yeah, there you go. We'll try and get this pipe work done and I'll get back to you in a little while. So we're cooking on gas, got the pipe in. It's not welded or anything just yet, just gonna making sure I've got all the sizes correct. You can see down there I've got the rubber boot on, so that if I need to take out the pump for any reason, I can quickly undo it, and hopefully we'll have no leaks from that. So it comes from the pump there, up and across there. There's a slight decline in that, just to come down to the shower, into the rubber boot, through the shower, and then back out through the return. So I've got to sort out some pipe work for this bit yet. I'm not sure how I'm going to connect it to the blade, but we'll have a look in a minute. So getting there slowly. Hopefully it'll all be plumbed in today. We can give it a try. I'm not sure if it's going to be running just yet. I've got to add all the alpha grog media and everything, and rinse it all out and everything. I don't want any of that stuff going into the pond. And make sure that we run all the bits of plastic. If there's any bits of plastic in the pipe work, I want that running out into waste rather than into the pond. So yeah, it's getting there. It's starting to look decent. Hopefully I'll have no problems with leaks and flow problems and things like that. So, but we'll just have to see how we go. Once this is all plumbed in, I'll do a little video, make sure I'm happy with it, and then in the next video we can look at sorting out the moving bed. Folks, not sure what you think of that. That's the return to the blade. I'm not sure what other way I could have done it other than having the outlet here. That probably would have been a better idea, but just in case I have to move the boxes, I wanted to keep the outlets on the same side. So hopefully that won't restrict the flow too much. And we'll see how we go. I'm going to switch it on. There's nothing welded yet, so I'm going to have some leaks somewhere. Just going to switch it on and just see how it flows. Hopefully none of the flow is restricted and the blade works. We maybe have to get a bigger pump or something, or change things around, but we'll see how we go. I'll switch it on now and see what's happening. Just make sure we're all connected. I think we're all connected. We'll just try it. If some water comes out, then so be it. Got a little leak there, but I'm not worried about that. I'll sort that out after. It's coming from where it needs welding up there, you can see. bit of flow coming out of there, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. Just going to have a look. Oh, don't know actually. That's not bad. Fairly happy with that. Folks, we're up and running. So it's all been welded, pipes been welded in place, it's been in there now. Probably a few hours I've left it to cure. I'm happy it's gone off. The only issue I have is I think that the box is filling up before it gets a chance to empty into the blade. So I'll fit a little ball valve on there just to try and slow down the flow, just in case I get into any problems. But yeah, I've not put the alpha grog in yet, as I said. I just wanted to make sure, there you go, you see everything's overflowing, as you can see, look. So, what do we do about that? Bigger outlet maybe? I mean, I can't restrict the flow that much. Maybe some bigger holes in the spray bar. I'm going to have to play with it. Well, I've got no leaks in the pipework, so that's a good thing. Did have a problem with one of the bulkheads. I had to put a seal on there like I thought I would, but that's on there now. And as I said, it's overflowing, so we're going to have to restrict the flow with the tap, the ball valve, or we're going to have to not really sure. I think putting more holes in the spray bar is not going to help it. It's still going to fill up quicker. It's just going to be the outlet, I think, which is restricted. I don't know what your thoughts are, what could help, maybe a 50mm outlet, but then I'm still going to have to reduce it for the blade, so not sure. That's where we're at the moment. I'm going to have to knock it on the head for today. See what your thoughts are. Is there another way restricting the flow, or so just leave it at the tap and see if that works? Don't know. I'll leave it there for today. Folks, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, click on subscribe. Like the video. There'll be more videos next week, I reckon. Let's get this couple of issues sorted, and we'll cook it on gas. Folks, take it easy. I'll see you in the next one. Before I go, just had a quick idea. I think what I might do, because I'm literally like on half flow now, and I don't really want to restrict the flow if I can help it. So I might just put in another bulkhead and have one running into the moving bed when the moving bed's up and running. So I'll have two outlets then, should drain much quicker, and I can keep the flow going through. That's the only thing I can think of, and it's not a bad idea actually, because when I do turn the blade off at winter time, I've got the other outlet, and I can turn it down over the winter maybe, not sure. So yeah, just thought I'd come back to you quickly with that. So, as I said folks, I'll have to leave it there. There's no media in there, I'm just trying the system out at the moment, but it's getting there. So again, thanks for watching, see you in the next one.